All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another week of FSB Racing. We hope you all had a safe and enjoyable holiday weekend. Most importantly, I hope you remember why we take this time to honor the heroes who paid the ultimate sacrifice and didn't make it back home. So, here with me, as always, is Adam Roberts. We decided to give Milt the night off, so I don't think he'll be joining us. Um, Without further ado, we'll get into week four. We had a small problem with the points last week. Those of you who tuned in saw that we had a little bit of an issue there with the lights at North Wilkesboro. The issue being that the lights don't exist, so it got dark on us.
Correct. Yeah.
we had to find creative way to finalize that race. Um, so Adam, go ahead and read us
Yeah.
off the points for this week. They haven't changed, but just to give everybody a reminder. All right, correction, they have changed. They just haven't been updated in iRacing or updated by us on a spreadsheet. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So they're still
go
the
ahead.
same.
Hmm.
Yeah, we still have Sean, Tony, and Justin tied um at the top with 22 points. Then Shane with 18. Then Sean Reap with 17. Craig with 16. Jeff and James with 15. And then we got Matt in ninth with 14, and then TJ Reese rounds up the top 10 with 13. So yeah, whenever they can get that point situation uploaded, then we'll get the new points out there. But
Yeah,
yeah, that was from 2 weeks ago. But,
yeah, we got to do some figuring. Um,
mm-hmm.
we did end up, just give you guys an update. We did end up calling the race at lap 110. Adam, you'll have to remind me who the winner was. I think it might have been Sean.
I'm pretty sure it was Sean.
Yeah, let me
Sean Bowdy. Yeah,
let me go back and check on that real quick.
I think he was. I'm pretty sure he was in front. At that time, yeah, that race was. It was super dark, but hey, we have lights here at Charlotte, so
we do,
and we are racing at night, so
yeah,
can't wait.
the guys should be well well accustomed to driving at night at this point, and having the lights
Mm-hmm.
is just an added bonus for them
Yeah,
after last week. But it happens. It happens. It's we've all made mistakes, oversights with setting up some of these races. So no biggie.
yeah,
We got the
yeah.
Justin Bird fan club already checking in.
Nice.
Let's see if we can follow anybody around the track. I guess drivers' meeting's over, so let's see who we got
Yeah,
out
looks
there.
like Matt Watkins at the last second put up a fast lap.
Imagine that.
Yeah,
Let's check out the race info here. What we got? Clear, 67 degrees. Saying 95% chance of rain, but I don't think that will happen. Track temperature is, of course, very low, 68 degrees, um, due to it being a night race. And I was wrong. It's qualifying. It is not. I, for some reason, thought we were already at warm up, but we're not. We're still in qualifying.
yeah,
Um, let's see here. Yep, Matt. It looks like just put down that lap. I think we were following him there for a second. Maybe we can get the
yeah.
results
Tony
here.
and Justin, within what is that, 3/1000ths of a second of each other for second and third.
Wow. I got the qualifying results. Let's check these out. There we go. Yep. Watkins up front. Tony Brewer in second. Justin Bird third. Sean Boundy fourth. Bryce Saucier in fifth. Hey, it's Greg Thurlow.
Yeah,
Haven't seen him in a while. Good to see him again.
yeah, yeah. We've got a pretty good field out here.
Yep.
18 cars.
Yep. Yep. Looks like 17. Not counting myself. Yeah, DJ made it out with us tonight. He's typically a Sunday night racer, but of course, it being a holiday today, um, there's probably several guys that have the chance to race with us. There's also
Yeah.
some that typically race with us that aren't here tonight. It's funny how that works. Like it's almost like we can never get above 20. You know, the guys that are regulars don't show up when there's other guys who show up that aren't regulars. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's like the iRacing gods just working against us. I don't know. Uh, but either way, it's good to see a crowd. You know, it's good to have this many drivers out there that show up every week. Makes racing a lot more interesting, a lot more fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't see TJ Reese. He's not on there out there.
Yeah, PG and also Kevin. Kevin actually just
Oh
checked in
yeah.
with us. Kevin Mays writes Sam Young for president. I'll make sure we get that
No.
to him.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
You can always write him in the next elections, Kevin.
That's true. You can.
You gotta wait a little bit, another 3.5 years, but you know,
Yeah.
you can always write him in.
Yeah. I'll never forget. I don't know why, but one year I did not want to vote for either candidate, so I wrote in Hulk Hogan as my write-in candidate.
Hulk Hogan, it's a solid pick.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was a 2004 election.
Well, who else we got out there? I know we got several people watching.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got 12 people watching. So if you're out there, tell us who you're here to see. Tell us who you want to win. Tell us who you want to wreck. Tell us anything. We don't care. We're here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Jeff Hill finishes at the top 3. That's Lawrence's prediction. It's a bold prediction.
Yeah.
But also one that I would probably agree with. Jeff Hill is a heck of a driver. So him getting a top 3 would not be out of the ordinary. Although he did decide not to qualify this time.
He did, yeah.
Again, some drivers elect to do that based off their own personal strategy. So, yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah,
for him.
it seems James, DJ, and Jeff all decided not to.
Yeah, sometimes better just to ride in the back, get a feel for things, and make your move when it's right, you know?
Yeah.
Got a Tony Brewer
Here
fan out
they-
there. Stacy cheering on her son Justin. Her brother Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, there's Sean.
Here I am. Yeah, Shane
There we
was
are.
talking to himself for 2 minutes. He hadn't have his mic keyed up. That's why the driver's meeting took so long.
Hate it when that happens.
I wish I could say I hadn't been there, done that.
We've
But
all
I
done
have.
it.
The first broadcast, the first ever FSB Live broadcast, Winston Cup Series from Pocono, I completely forgot to unmute my mic for the whole broadcast, and that was before I had the multi-screen set up so I could see my OBS. Yeah, didn't know it, and I couldn't see the YouTube chat telling me I was muted and all that fun stuff.
You know, it is kind of difficult to work all these buttons and make sure you got all the right boxes checked and everything turned up right. I mean, like it's a lot. I mean, it's a wonder. I mean, I have made some mistakes, but it's a wonder I haven't made more.
Exactly, and the best thing that happened to me was, in terms of my confidence with that stuff, was when in the pandemic when Fox was broadcasting iRacing, you know, the Cup drivers are doing iRacing stuff, and there they are on TV doing basically what we were doing on YouTube, and they're making the same mistakes. I'm like, okay, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, same. Yeah, you want everything to be perfect, but sometimes it's not always the case.
So we had a pretty cool track there in practice and qualifying. So car was loose as heck. While practicing, oh good, you've got my paint scheme refreshed. I see, very good.
Sure do.
As I have you up on my left monitor right now. Yeah, it was pretty slick out there. So I got a terrible qualifying lap in there. I got myself kind of mid-pack.
Uh-oh.
Track temperature is different for the race, so hopefully it'll snug up a bit for us.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully.
yeah, it's Charlotte. It's the first track that they ran routine night races on in the Cup. The whole big one hot night thing back in '92 or Made a big deal of the the All-Star race being under the lights. So yeah, unlike North Wilkesboro last week, this track is well lit.
Yeah, we were just discussing that.
Yeah.
How you guys should be pretty good at driving it at night now, especially with the benefit of having actual lights on the track. So.
It's funny. I was fine in that because I crank my gamma anyway, because otherwise the colors are kind of milky on this monitor.
Yeah.
In iRacing at least. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see. I'm a little dark on yours there too. But yeah, we got real lights. It's a fast track. I think High Groove is gonna dominate, especially as cool as the track is tonight. Getting down the bottom, maybe as the run wears on. Maybe if you're trying to save tires. And yeah, I think we should see some good, clean racing as long as everybody gets their tires warmed up, gets spread out.
Yep, that's what we're here to see.
This track's a little racier than we had in 2003. So.
Yeah. Also a little bit tighter in the turns there. Running 3 wide's not really an option here.
Now, running 3 wide's not an option, but I always felt in the 2003 Charlotte that it was really like a lane and a half track. You couldn't get side by side really easily there.
Yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
Bumpy as hell.
Yeah.
I was calling an off-balance washing machine coming out of the pits. Yeah, so those pit stops could be the key tonight. Saving those tires and keeping her clean. But we're about to get the flag here, so I'm going to pop out. And you guys have yourself a good broadcast. I'll pop back in when I can.
Awesome, Sean. Sounds good, man. Good luck tonight.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
All right, real quick, Adam. Who's it going to be? I'm saying I had it in my head. Craig Stuka. That's my pick.
Man, I don't know.
Got to lock it in before the green flag.
I'll pick Tony. Picking Tony.
All right, Tony.
P2 Tony.
Tony it is. Tony and Craig. Those are
Yep.
2 picks.
Yep. Green flag.
Let's do it.
Yep. Let's see, yeah. Turn 1. Nice side by side. Just they seem pretty content.
Yeah. Maybe a little contact with a 15 there. I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, if there wasn't contact, it was, I mean, as close as you can get without making contact.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
For a second there, I thought we had matching paint schemes with the 13 and the 34. Or the 13 and the 36. I can't. No, that's 34. Yeah. They're both yellow and black.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of, yeah, I see what you mean.
Had to do a double take.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean and Justin. Or the 30, or you mean 36?
Yeah, 36. I think his car might be stamped differently. I don't know. I feel like it's reading 36 on the ticker, but I'm seeing 34 on the car. Everybody's getting settled in here.
Yeah. Well, you could say that, but they're 66 and 15 almost. 66 really had to hit the brakes there. Almost got in the back of the 15. Have you ran this track at all this week?
I
feel for it.
I have not.
You have not?
No. Charlotte's not one of my more favorite, or one of my preferred tracks, I should say.
Yeah.
I feel like it's very narrow, going into the turns. and I just can't seem to find a good line ever on this track. And I burned the tires up way too quick.
Yeah, I ran a couple actual Xfinity Open races. Never done that before. But I didn't even have a setup. I just ran the iRacing setup and didn't really change anything, and it was pretty fun. It was a good time. Yeah, but yeah, I know what you mean. Like, you start low, and then eventually you maybe get a little higher. You know, and then if you get too high, then you just kill your momentum in the turn.
Yep.
Unless you're running that high line, which I imagine we might see a couple guys do tonight. I didn't really see any in practice. Anybody try it, but I didn't really watch. But there's Craig. That's pretty high, number 66, where he's at. DJ was running high too.
It's like Justin Bird's found his way in the lead here. Greg Thurlow
Has he?
behind, and Tony Brewer in third. Yeah, Greg's raced with us several times in the past. He spent a full season with us there, maybe season 49, season 48 or 49.
Okay.
He's since, been racing some other leagues, some other stuff. But he pops in on occasion, and, he's a heck of a good racer, heck of a short track racer. I loved racing with him in the late models. And, he pops in for the Xfinities every now and then. And, he's good at these too. So not a whole lot.
Okay.
Not a whole lot the guy can't drive.
Yeah. His car on my screen looks really weird. I see on the broadcast that you must have his paint. I have trading paints, but
Interesting.
his car is like pink and green and.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
I did not. Yeah. But the top four right there, they're all together.
It's pretty heavy hitters up here, man. These are all awesome drivers.
Yeah.
Where's my pick at? Where's Craig? Oh, there's Craig. He's coming up. He's running that high line, maybe trying to save some tires.
Yeah.
It's probably the move to make, especially whenever, in a league like this, when we're at speedways, we typically don't have a lot of cautions. Knock on wood. So if you can save tires, you can make up a lot of ground. You can put yourself at a real advantage for these longer runs.
Yeah. Yeah, Bryce got around Tony there for third. So now it's Justin, Greg, Bryce, and Tony. Then Craig and running fifth. We 13 laps in, so almost halfway through probably a pit run. I imagine they'll pit with 29, 30 laps.
I think they're getting about 31 laps per run. So, yeah, we'll look at, probably see some pit messages go up around lap 29 or 30.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Ooh. I'll tell you what, Tony Brewer is really driving it deep. He's driving it real deep in that corner if you watch him.
Let's follow Justin here. Or not, Tony, rather. Get a little nose shot here.
Yeah. He's driving real deep in 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah, he's looking to pass Bryce here on the low side. Trying to work on him at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little contact in the wall there. I think Greg hit the wall and Bryce followed him.
That's
funny how that works.
Yeah. Yeah, looks like Tony's gonna go around Bryce. Oh, they might try a crossover on him.
We've got a little race going on here.
Yeah. Tony's able to make that pass down the backstretch, so. Tony might go to second and make his way up front to Justin.
Yeah, he's making some moves here.
Yeah.
I think they've separated into 2 packs now. We got the top 4 up here. And we got Craig leading the second pack. Let's check in with that second pack here real quick.
Yeah.
Craig, Matt, and Shane. You got to wonder what they're up to. Because they're hanging back for, I mean, it's intentional, you know, hanging back like that. And of course, Craig running the high line. That's naturally going to make him a little bit slower. But these guys clearly are not running it quite as hard as the ones up front.
Now, I think this first run, you kind of just want to, you know, settle your car in. You know.
Yeah.
I think the second run is really where you want to, you know, if you can maybe pit a lap early. You know, if you don't run your car as hard on this first run, pit a lap early, maybe take a little less fuel, not too much less fuel, but just a little less fuel, and you can, you know, maybe get one lap, 2 laps extra, maybe gain a little time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, that's maybe what they're thinking, but
yeah, there's so many different strategies. Of course, during this time, it also gives an opportunity to kind of feel the guy out in front of them or behind them, to see how they race, what line they pick, because that can come in handy too. You know, later in the race.
yeah.
Anybody who gets behind me knows that I'm gonna go all to pieces in the last 2 laps because I get so nervous, especially if I'm in the lead. So I'm not a hard one to beat. I usually beat myself. Yeah. These guys are got about what 8 laps or so probably until they're gonna look at pitting, I'd say.
I think so.
Second pack might be catching up.
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, Matt Watkins is coming up.
Yeah, I wonder what happened if he maybe got a little loose, or and why he fell back so fast, or I didn't really see what happened to him.
I don't know. I mean, I think it was intentional. I think he wanted to be back there, waiting for his time to strike. And of course, we're coming up on the end of a run here, so he's going to try to make up as much ground as he can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, they're definitely catching. Because Matt's running a 31.2, and Justin's running a 31.6. So,
all right,
that's
some pretty good time difference there.
Yeah. 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 Tony now is he's running a 31.3. But yeah, there goes Matt Watkins around Greg, and he's setting his sights on Bryce. we going to see anybody pit here at like lap 28?
Yeah, I got the log pulled up here, so I'll be able to see who hits the pits first.
Yeah.
In the meantime, let's check on some of this other guys here. Got DJ Sorrentino, Dan Jones, or I'm sorry, Lester Gibson rather. Back here, holding it down, 13th and 14th. DJ's a pacing driver.
Yellow flag. We got a yellow.
Yellow flag. Uh-oh. Dane Wisman is what it's showing here.
Yeah.
Yeah, got a little bit of smoke coming out of the car there.
Oh, we got some contact.
Well, tell you what, I'm going to go back and pull up this replay real quick.
Yeah. It's like him and Craig got into it.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, that is a hard hit. It's just.
Yep. Right there, went up the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some serious damage there.
That is for both of them too.
Yeah. See if I can get a better look at this here.
Oh man. Jeff Hell squeezed just by both.
Dang.
Well, that was your pick.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back to live coverage here.
Yeah, everyone's pitting.
Dang, see if I can get pit
Yep, time for 4 freshies and Sunoco fuel.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, that was
yeah.
Oof. That was a pretty rough one for Shane.
Yeah, I got it down to the apron there to miss that.
Yeah.
You said Jeff Hill just barely squeaked by, right?
Yeah, he had to split. He basically was the football. They were the field goal post and had to go right between them, essentially.
Wow. Well, happened, I guess, at the right time. I mean, it was the end of a run, so everybody's got a full tank of fuel.
Yeah.
If it had to happen, I guess that's not the. I guess that's the best time it could have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my prediction with the Highline turned out to be wrong. Everybody's sticking to the bottom, I guess, for the tire savings.
You know, I did see, we did have one, maybe it was Craig, I think, that was sticking to the Highline. He's the only one that I saw out there that was running that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I made up some spots early on going around him on the outside, and then I tried to fall in and follow on the bottom, but I was losing those front guys, so I kind of needed that caution.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can reset the driver and carry on with the new paradigm. So we got one to go to the green.
You're sitting in 8th right now, right? Or 7th, maybe. I think
Sitting 7th now, it says, yeah.
Okay, right on.
So let's see what we can do.
All right, man. Well, good
Catch
luck.
you guys in a bit.
Sounds good.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like Shane might be out. He's sitting in the pits. Yeah, he might be out.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets back in, he's going to be several laps down. I mean, that was...
Yeah.
His car was like smoking.
Yeah,
after.
For everyone watching, we don't run fast repairs in this series. So, gotta take care of your car.
He just... Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll come join us in the booth.
Yeah. Here we go.
Let's do it.
It's a green. Tony gets the good start, so Justin falls right behind in them. Justin's going for a pass on Tony. He's on the inside there.
Right along with Matt Watkins here on the roof cam for a minute.
Yeah. Let's see. I imagine Justin should be able to complete this pass unless...
Tony's not going to let him have it that easy.
No, he's not. He's going to race him. Tony's got that momentum down the backstretch.
Yep.
You can do. Can he? He cannot. Can't get around him.
I don't think quite make it.
No.
Somebody's going to give up though eventually.
Yeah.
Going to have to.
He might have. Yeah.
Well, he might have him here. I don't know.
Tony is making it work. He's making that line work.
Yep.
I think he's got him here.
Yeah, I think he.
Yeah.
I think Tony kind of conceded there a little bit and just fell in.
Yeah. But just
well, maybe not.
Low.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he fouled in behind him there, but
yeah,
maybe not.
Yeah.
We got a real close race going on back here. Dang.
We've got here. We'd call this a gaggle of cars in the front now.
Oh yeah. Right on the roof cam of Sean Boundy now. It's getting spicy up here.
Yeah. Oh, Tony gave him a little bump. There you go. Oh, Justin couldn't clear Bryce there. Let's see if clear.
It's funny how much things can change between runs. You know, the first run, everybody's kind of being conservative and just giving space. Just basically trying to get a feel for the track, and now the second run, their confidence is up, so it's like when one or two people turn up the heat out there, everybody decides to turn it up, and things get a little wild, but that's what we're here for.
Oh yeah, makes really good racing, so
no doubt.
You got the first 5 cars all.
That's what we want to see.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's got him there. And now we'll see if like Sean is trying to get around Tony. Looks like Sean's able to get around Tony.
Yep.
So the first 5 are single file for right now.
Yeah, Justin Bird's wanting that P1 spot.
Yeah, he is. Is he gonna? Oh, ooh, that was. Yeah. I think Justin might have had to hit a little more brake on that. Oh, and there he goes.
Yeah, on the low side.
Inside. Yeah. Bryce had a little help there from Sean. Was able to drive into that corner a little deeper. But here comes Justin. Did he go in the grass a little bit?
I think Greg kind of backed off a little bit here. 'Cause he was up there in the mix for a minute, but
Yeah.
he's just kind of trailing behind there. Of course, you got Matt Watkins and Sean Reap just ready to pounce at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Jones not far behind.
Justin's got a little run down the backstretch. He pulls out, but again, Bryce just shuts that door right there. Like Sean was going to try it on the outside, but see if he. Yep, there he goes.
I don't want to speak too soon, man. These guys are impressive the way they're able to run so close together.
Sean into the wall. Sean was into the wall. Got into the wall there.
How about Sean Boundy?
Yeah.
Got two Seans out there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forget. I keep forgetting. Yeah, 34, Sean. What did Milt call him? The quicker picker upper.
Oh, yeah, because it goes to Bounty. Yeah. I was like, that kind of works. So.
Yeah. I mean, this has been like this since we went green.
Yeah.
And
15 laps now. 14
yeah.
laps, yeah.
Yeah. These guys have not. I thought they would just go single file and kind of just right. I think Tony got into the wall.
Tony might have caught a little bit of wall there.
Yeah. You know. It doesn't. His car looks okay though. It doesn't look like a lot of damage.
Yeah, I'd say he's all right.
Yeah, it's one of those 0x wall kisses.
Ooh, a little loose there. Greg might have had some contact with a 34 as we were riding along with him on the roof cam.
Yeah, like a little contact. There was definitely some contact.
Yeah, it was enough to get him a little wobbly.
Yeah,
but he held on to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that kind of separated. Now the front three are out there.
There's Matt Watkins creeping into the picture. Sean Reap right there in the mix now too.
Yeah. Dan Jones still behind him, so
there's Dan Jones. He's, don't count him out.
No.
Check in with this second pack here. They're also pretty close. Lester Gibson, Jeff Hill, Michael Greenwood. Then you got James Daring, Pops Margison, DJ Sorrentino, and Dave Ellens. Man, Dave's got a wild paint scheme. I think it's kind of cool. It's like a green and black and purple. It's wild. I like that.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know. I'm a big fan of those, tacky looking paint jobs. I don't know. Something about them. The green wheels. I don't know. I just like it.
I try to see what it's got a lot of stuff on it. Yeah, that is a crazy looking paint job. I wonder if it's he's got an American flag on the back. I wonder if it's like a special.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Got a battle for the lead again. I tell you what, Matt Watkins has brought that other second pack up now to right up there.
Yeah.
And I mean, they've got, 10-ish laps before they'll pit. So this is Indy indication, if we get green flag stops, they stay all together, the last 10 laps of the race. It's going to get good.
Checking out the blimp view now so we can get an idea of how far these cars are spaced apart, which isn't much.
No.
Good evening, gents. Awesome broadcast, and thank you for the great memorial to our fallen soldiers.
Hey, Sam. Yeah, of course.
Hey.
Guys, I just wanted to point out that not mentioned throughout the Discord channels, but I think Mr. Watkins won his. I don't think he won his official racing iRacing 600 split the other day. So he's got some sneakiness behind him, and I just want to point out he's a tire managing guy, and you might want to keep your eyes on him for the rest of the show.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, good to know.
Keep up the great work, guys. I just want to pop in.
Yep, thanks. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is Shane joining you from the Infield Care Center.
Hey, Shane.
Are you cleared?
Yeah, yeah. We're hoping you join us after you got checked out by medical there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fired it back up. I was sitting on the couch watching the broadcast, and I heard that comment. So here I am.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Good to have you in the booth.
Great broadcast, gentlemen.
Hey, we appreciate it. You guys make it possible, showing up every week, putting on a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, generally, we like to lead by example and not cause cautions, but, it happens to the best of us.
It happens. Yeah, that's racing,
Tony into the wall.
Yikes.
But it was just a little. This car looks okay. But it looks like we're probably 4 or 5 laps away. But yeah, that Matt Watkins, he's I guess Sam's right, man. He's sneaking right up there.
Yeah, like I said, whenever I see him and just kind of hanging back from the lead pack, I just know something's. I mean, I've been the victim of it myself. I've thought I had races won, or at least in the top 3, and then 2 laps to go, I see Matt Watkins just blowing past me.
Yeah.
I think we've all seen that happen.
Yeah. It's somebody on the apron.
Dave Ellens.
No. Yeah.
That's who it's showing here.
I don't know if he self-spun or.
I don't know. Ooh, a little contact with the 62.
Yeah.
Yikes. Oh, right in the middle of the track. Oh, there's going to be some people. Yeah.
I think.
Ooh. I don't know what happened there. I just saw Sean hit the inside wall and come back up and just... We're trying to avoid it. Let's rewind that just a little bit.
He was holding the brake. I think, yeah, he hit that wall. I mean... Oh.
That don't sound good. I think you've already seen it, so don't ruin it for the rest of us.
I won't. Oh man.
So we're gonna do the chase cam here. I think that'd probably be the best. Is the chase cam, you think, the better way to view it?
Yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah.
Chase cam. Okay. All right. Ooh, he's getting some contact in the wall. Oh, the inside wall. And he goes up the track at the worst possible time. Ah, he catches somebody. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, Jeff Hale.
Caught Jeff, hopefully. Ooh, maybe caught a little bit of Pops there, too. I don't know. That's rough. Let's see. We can see this from another angle. Who was behind him? Obviously Jeff was.
Yeah.
Let's watch it from Jeff's angle here.
Yeah, the 007 and Jeff.
Ooh, yeah.
Dan Jones. And
got a little bit of him there. Hit the wall. Yeah, Dan got the wall. Oof, several cars got the wall there.
Yeah. I mean, there was just nothing. You hit that inside wall, and no matter like how hard you are on that brake,
it doesn't matter.
There's just it doesn't matter. But I mean, hey, it's gonna work out.
So I don't know what happened to our leader there. As he exited pit road, he pulled over to the side, stopped, and let the entire field pass. Must have got an ELL.
Who was that?
Wow,
which is just brutal.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't. I don't see a yellow or yeah, he must have got a black.
Oh, now we got Sean Reap checking on the broadcast here in the comments.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he's in the booth now with us too.
Yeah.
Sean, what happened,
the
man?
soda can got crushed.
Yeah.
I barely, and I mean just barely, grazed the outside wall. I thought I was going to be okay, but it just shot me hard left, and
yeah, that's what it looked like on our screen.
My wife sneezing behind me. I had it locked down the whole way, and it just kept sliding up the track. And then when I tried to get rolling again, my wheel was flipped over, and I swerved left and caught Pops as he went by there. Hopefully I didn't mess him up too bad, but I limped it to the pits, and it said the car was done anyway.
Yeah, I think Pops is okay. I think you might have caught a piece of Jeff Hale. I think that was who got the worst of it.
I think it was Dan who went by me, right?
Or was it Dan Jones? I can't remember.
Look on my replay again.
I think it was Dan. Their cars might be similar. I don't know.
Oh, no, it was Hale behind me. Okay.
Yep. There's the green. You got Matt Watkins.
And you got a good jump there.
Leading. Yep.
Oh, it was Hale I caught. Okay. No, Dan Jones. I was right the first time.
I was saying okay.
That stunk. I was figuring some stuff out there, having a decent run. Getting ready for a final pit stop.
Yeah, you and Matt were creeping up there to the front.
Yep.
Got car on the wall in 4.
I think it was Michael Greenwood.
Caution.
Yeah, it was Michael Greenwood. Yeah. He is limping it in, so he must have.
Uh-oh.
What happened? Oh, that looks like net code. Yeah. That was net code on Michael Greenwood.
All right, less than 30 laps left. We got 20 viewers right now, so if you're out there, drop us a line in the chat. Else you want to see win or wreck, you know? It can go either way.
Getting down to business, and surprise, surprise, Matt Watkins out front.
Yeah, he was. We were privy to some information. I guess he won his Coke 600 split. So
Yeah.
Well,
Here
in the
we go,
length of
back to
that,
the lead.
in the length of that
Yeah.
conversation, Matt has fallen back a few positions.
he has.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Shane Bird to the lead.
Yep.
Looks like Pops Martinson had to serve a black flag.
Yeah, we got Sean, Tony, Justin.
One yellow card to the front. It's Sean Boundy.
Yeah.
I need to get a tighter camera angle. There we go.
I think Matt's absolutely playing the long game here, hoping that this goes green on out and saving a little tire for the end there.
I think that, yeah,
so.
that was his play in the first couple runs there for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
30 laps to go on this restart. Yeah, I imagine he'd be saving again.
Seems about lap 20 is when the fall off really hits, and it's about 1.5 to 2 seconds toward the end of a run.
Yeah.
Get some lap times here. Looks like Bounty's running about a 30.2. And
Yeah,
Matt's
fastest car on the track right now is Justin Bird.
0.3. Yep, Justin's turning about a 30.1.
And that'll vary from lap to lap as they get runs and back off, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Get cars racing side by side in front like that.
Yeah.
As he got Tony Brewer looking to take the lead from the outside, and looks like Sean Bowdy's going to let him have it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're coming to 21 to go. Almost 20 to go.
Wow.
Looks like Greg Thurlow's mama's watching.
Oh, I see that, yeah. Francis Thurlow checking in with us.
All right, we got another mom fan of the broadcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go Munch. Calls him Munch.
Yeah, I've heard of stranger nicknames.
Yeah. Wouldn't call him Munch. Don't know if he'll appreciate that, but hey. That's what his mama calls him.
Justin Bird's got a whole fan club, Sean. I'm not sure if you've seen that
He
or
does.
not. Yeah, like maybe 5 or 6 people cheering him on every week.
So do they have a nickname? Do we call him like the Birdhouse or something?
No, but that's a good one.
Yeah.
Matt Watkins really has dropped back here, which always makes me suspicious.
Yep.
Yeah. He's done
Same
that
for me.
every run.
Mm-hmm. Well, I saw that on the first run. I saw I was getting close to him. I'm like, wait a minute. If I'm
Yeah.
catching Matt Watkins at the beginning of a run, I'm going
Yeah.
too fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. Yeah, because he had like the last second had a huge hot lap for to take the pole, and then the first 3 laps I'm like, wow, he's already way back there, but there was a reason.
There's guys like that, you know.
Yeah.
Matt's one of them. Rick Johnson.
Yeah.
Those guys, if you pass them on, in the first 10 laps, you've fallen into their trap. Got confirmation that Munch is indeed Greg's nickname.
It may or may not be changed in the roster come next broadcast.
Yeah.
Now, is this one that he's on board with, or is this like one of those embarrassing family nicknames?
I don't know. We'll have to suss that out.
You got the bird nest thing.
Yeah. They're asking
yeah.
what's Brewer's lap times.
Got a 31.133 last time by.
Yeah.
Fastest car on the track still looks to be Justin Bird.
Actually,
Yeah,
And now
here
Matt
comes
Watkins.
Yeah, here he
Just on
comes.
the fastest lap. Here he comes. So we're on
Yeah.
lap 17 of this stint, and this is where the tire fall off will start to show up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Time to strike is now.
Yep.
That's what Matt is thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gotten back around to 38, and he's got his sights set on Sean Boundy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just get some roof cam action here from Matt Watkins, because moves are about to be made.
Yeah.
He's looking
there
low,
he
going
goes.
3.
Yeah.
Drops some bubble gum under the tires and makes that thing stick.
There you go.
Meanwhile, the 12, Tony Brewer, he likes seeing this in his rearview mirror. He wants them to fight him as long as possible.
Yep.
Make him use up as much stuff as he can.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the issue with saving, is that it's so tough to complete a pass. That's obviously what got me in my incident, was just the side drafting, and you get stuck together and you can't move forward. So this is a tough track to pass at, to make that strategy work.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying in the, as we're getting ready to take the green there, as Matt Watkins still has not yet completed that pass on the 38, or 30, what is he actually? He's the 36, it shows is the 34.
36.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that, comparing it to the NASCAR 2003 version, is he's going for a twofer here, looking under Justin Bird.
I think he's going to complete this one.
Yeah, he's going to complete that easily. Justin's struggling.
Yeah.
As compared to the 2003 version, this is actually much easier to pass on because you can run multiple lanes.
Yep.
I always said that Charlotte, all the Carolina tracks really in 2003 were a lane and a half. Ooh, solid wall hit there from 13.
Yeah,
Popped the
yeah.
wheel up in the air.
Caught the end of that.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Actually,
Yeah.
if I hit that hard, I probably wouldn't have wrecked. That was the thing. I had the wheel turned just a little bit, trying not to do that, and I just skimmed it, and it just launched me to the left.
Yeah.
So Matt's running about a tenth and a half faster than Tony right now.
Yeah, 31.363 last lap, 31.213 for Matt Watkins, fastest on the track.
Yeah.
10 laps to
Ugh.
go with 7/10 deficit.
Cue the Jaws theme.
Exactly.
I have seen that 15 get bigger and bigger in my rearview mirror more times than I care to count.
Yep.
Yeah. It looks like Tony's he's changing his line a little bit.
Pull up the lap times here. We'll keep these pulled up.
Yeah.
Something is wreck on the backstretch. No caution, apparently.
No, not yet.
I think
Guess that's
iRacing
what my
gets a
Aussie
little,
said.
iRacing gets a little stingy with the cautions as the race nears end, I think.
I find it
Nearly
stingy
two
overall.
Also true.
I think
Nearly
pretty much
two
if
tenths
anything,
through
if
it.
anything stays contained to under the apron line, it seems to not throw the caution.
he's got.
Yeah, Matt's definitely gaining some good ground on Tony here. 8
Yeah.
laps to
They're
go.
in 2 laps, I think. He's
Yeah.
been about a second or tenth and a half faster each lap. Now he's got that deficit down to about 3/10 now. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching it on my overlay. Just shrink by the second. Already down
Yeah.
to 0.25 going into there.
catching him's one thing.
Absolutely. Tony Brewer running those colors reminiscent of Bobby Allison
Mm-hmm.
Coca-Cola machine.
Identical laps from Brewer and Watkins on that last lap there. I think
wow.
Tony might have been saving.
Brewer might have something up his sleeve here for old Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be smart. You don't want to pull out to too much of a lead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So when he saw how far he was pulling out, he probably did back it off a little bit, but was it enough?
Yeah, it's going to be really close. Deficit has shrunk a little bit.
Coming up on 5 to go, and Matt's still stuck there, 0.3 back. Caught, like I said, catching's one thing, but once you get there and you get in that dirty air,
Yeah.
I think Matt's going to have to make the high line work if he wants to make anything happen. Brewer's not going to give up the bottom, and if Matt stays down there, he's just going to be running his dirty air.
Yeah.
In the last 3 laps, they went identical, 0.05 difference, and identical. Wild.
Looks like Matt might have lost a little time on that last lap.
Yeah. Here we
There you
go.
go. He's got to start trying up high. He's got to search around for more grip, search around for that clean air, try and make something happen. Time is ticking down as we're about to come up to 3 to go. Look around, see if there's any other battles on the track.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding my breath on this one still. Like, I feel like we're all kind of speechless, just waiting
Yeah.
to see what happens.
Well, he's got to make up a lot of ground in
Yeah.
a lap here to make it happen. It doesn't seem like he's got it. Looks like Brewer either saved just enough, or Matt used just too much getting around
Right.
the 36 and the 13.
Yeah, he's 2 to go.
And 2 to go this time by. We got people cheering Brewer on. Get it from the says "Go Brewer, Alabama gang."
Brewer fan club coming out of the woodwork now.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Watkins gets a piece of the wall there. He's reaching,
Yeah.
falling now to a half second back.
Oof.
I don't think he's got anything for him here. Tim Brewer just needs to, Tony Brewer rather, not Tim Brewer, needs to run a nice clean lap here, and he should have this one in the bag. White flag out.
Final lap.
Says Brewer from Alabama. It just says Mid-South on my overlay. That would explain the Allison affinity. Just like I was a Truex fan, being a Jersey boy, but tonight belongs to Tony Brewer.
Yep.
Right.
Brewer's the man tonight. He takes the checkered flag.
He is.
Awesome. Man, I was so
What a
worried
race.
for him. I knew when I saw Matt coming, I'm like, man, this is not. He's
Yeah.
gonna get him. But
Hey, I knew he could do it. I
Uh,
picked him.
how
He was my pick
presumptuous.
tonight.
How presumptuous
Yep.
of me. That's true. That was your pick, wasn't it?
That was, yeah. That was
Dang,
my
man.
pick.
Broadcaster jinx be damned.
You guys are allowed to pick Matt Watkins.
No, he picked
That's
Brewer.
easy mode.
I picked I picked Craig Stuka.
Yeah, I picked Tony Brewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, which one of y'all picked me? That's what happened.
Well, I picked Craig, and you had some contact with Craig, so that was could have been part of it. All right, now Tony's gonna smoke him.
Yep.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Find the best camera angle here. That's pretty cool. Here we go. Oh, as he warped a little bit, but he's back.
Yeah. You know what? If you're gonna blink, you might as well do it on the burnout lap.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll get out of your way for the post race here, but good job. Thanks for putting on broadcast, and hopefully I'll be around for the checkered flag next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sorry about your luck.
And you know what? I did it to myself. No one else to blame but the idiot in the seat. All right, catch you boys next time.
See you, Sean. All right. After Brewer finishes his victory lap here, maybe we can get some people down here for a little post race.
Yeah.
Looking like our top three was Brewer, Watkins, and Boundy. But of course, anybody's welcome. Trying to get Tony's car pulled up here. While we wait for people to make their way down to the booth. Number 12. All right. Get the results up here. There's Tony's car. All right, there's the results. Week 4. All right, who we waiting on? We got got everybody in here. Right on. Didn't have to go round you guys up. Appreciate you guys dropping in. All right, so top 3, Tony, Matt, and Sean. We always start with the third place finisher. So, Sean, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, you bet.
Had a good run out there, man. Tell us how it went. Tell us what your strategy was, and how everything played out.
I'm still working on how to get used to this car. I spent many years in the Cup car, and I don't race this car very often. It's quite different. So, a couple weeks in with this series, and I'm just getting used to this particular car. I'm burning enough tires at the end of the runs, and I knew Matt was a lot better at long runs and saving his tires. So from drop of the green flag, I kind of followed his pace, and we went backwards through the field quick. And then later on in the run, he took off, and I think the pace was a little too slow. I think we learned that maybe we could push it a little bit early, a little bit more, and not get so far back in the field. And luckily, that caution before lap 30 kind of helped reset, because I could never get back through the field. Once I took off, I was going nowhere. Second run was just kind of like learning what the pace was, and I still had a significant drop off at the end, and again just another reset with that caution, and took the lead a little bit and just see how it went. I didn't like the pace I was going, so I backed it down, and just that's basically where I was throughout the whole course of the run. I think I was about third or fourth fastest. There were some guys that could run longer, faster, and then fall off at the last like 8 to 10 laps, and so that's about where I, leveled out. That's about how my race went. Still just scratching my head at this car.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I agree with you there. I haven't figured it out either. Of course, I haven't figured out many mini cars on iRacing. There's a lot of things I don't know. But yeah, man, it was great watching you out there. Good run, good finish. Appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, thanks. It's a lot of fun.
All right, Matt, you had a good run there at the end. We were all holding our breath up here in the broadcast booth, thinking you were going to catch Tony. But of course, it didn't play out that way. So just just run us through it, man. What happened?
Yeah, I struggling right now in short runs, and you bleed 6 spots, so you're just gonna blow the tires off to get back up there, and then once I got about 3 tenths behind them, and it just that was it. Tires fell off, got tight, and that was all she wrote. So definitely just got to figure out how to like not bleed 6 spots every restart, and then we'll probably be okay. But it takes so much tire to get back up there that by the time you get back up there, you're used it all up. So, but yeah, it was a good race. Great job of Tony. Once he got me, he got out front and just drove away, and then that was that. And it's hard to pass. It takes a lot of tire to pass, even if you have a decent tire advantage. So, yeah, just got to work on not like losing so many spots at the start. But those guys were fast, and I just didn't want to run that pace. But I probably should have tried harder to run that pace for sure.
Yeah, man, that was a heck of a race. We couldn't tell there if you got slower or if Tony got faster or what really happened. We suspected that maybe Tony was saving something, which we'll hear from him in a minute. Might have been saving and then waited till you got within, wait till you got closer to him before you really started using everything you had. But either way, it plays out the same.
Yeah, I mean, it felt really good when I was catching them, but I knew I was driving really hard to catch them. And then, yeah, by the time I got like 2 or 3 tenths behind them, I just hit a wall of extreme tightness, and I was like, "Yep, that's all she wrote." I tried to go high, but yeah, it wasn't gonna happen.
Happens to the best of us sometimes, man. I know I've been there before.
Yeah, it was a fun race though. I had a good time out there. Those guys did a good job.
Good, man. That's what it's all about. Thanks for coming out. We really enjoyed watching you out there run with these guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys for putting it on. It was a good show to put on.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys putting these broadcasts on.
Of course, man. We love doing it. We missed Milt this week, but I'm sure he'll make his way back next week.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. All right, Tony. Last but not least, the winner, the champion. Yeah. So just like I was talking about with Matt there, like we suspected maybe you were saving something there at the end, and just waiting for the time to strike.
Well, I seen him coming and I was driving my guts out. I mean, I was giving it everything I had. I was like, oh no, he's going to chastain me. So I was running for my life. But man, I got to say, these guys are some of the best racers I've ever raced with. Like, it was all out war out there and it was amazing. Like, that was so intense and fun. I can't describe it.
Oh man, it was awesome watching you run out there. But man, you remain so calm and cool, man, under that pressure. You were able to hold your line and not make any mistakes. So that's very impressive.
Yeah, it was tough, man, because we were going at it, and like Watkins was saying, it's hard to pass, and like you use a lot of tire trying to do it, and so like I was trying to pass every chance I got, but couldn't get it done. I was getting annoyed, but I was like, well, I'm gonna just run this bottom, try not to wear my stuff out too bad, and it was crazy. It was good.
Well, man, it was awesome watching you guys run out there. To your point, you guys were duking it out there. I think after the first run, or after the first pit stop, things started getting a little spicy up front. Saw the lead change numerous times. Saw some people who didn't want to give the lead up, which can't say I blame them. Making these guys work for it.
Yeah, it was. I'm telling you, man, we was all out. We was doing everything we could do. It was great.
Well, it's always fun whenever you're out there and you can, people aren't trying to do anything dirty or block when they're not supposed to. Everybody's, it's all about sportsmanship. So that's
Yeah,
that's what
and
makes
it
these races
take these
fun.
guys. They have so much skill because it takes so much skill to run that hard, that close, and one of us like not wipe everybody out. So like I just can't say enough how good these dudes are. Like I'm telling you, man, that was some for real racing right there.
Well, that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to see. That's what our audience likes to see. That's what keeps them coming back, and that's why we keep doing this. It's for you guys. You guys make it possible. So keep coming back, keep racing, and we'll keep broadcasting.
Yeah, man. Well, that was fun, guys. I appreciate it. That was a blast.
Awesome, man. Hope to see you again next week. Which reminds me, where are we at next week? We are at Nashville Super Speedway.
Yeah.
June 2nd, same time, same channel. So yeah, hope to see you guys there. Everybody out in the audience, hope you join us. Before I leave, be sure to check out NASCARaholic on YouTube. That is a channel ran by our very own Ken Saska, talking about the history of NASCAR. Everything he knows wasn't necessarily read in a book. He was actually there and lived it. So he's talking from, or speaking from firsthand experience on a lot of this stuff. So very cool. It's a new page. He's getting up and running. So be sure to give him a like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe us. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of this season. Right now, we're sitting at 50. So we're halfway there. Let's see if we can make that happen. But that's all I got. Adam, have anything?
Yeah, just a great race, and let's get to Nashville.
Yeah, let's get to Nashville and do it again next week. That's all I got. Everybody out there, thanks for tuning in. All you guys, thanks for showing up. Can't say enough good things about you guys. Like I said, you guys make it possible.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all for broadcasting, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, of course. Be sure to like and share, subscribe, all that good stuff. See you guys next week at Nashville. Good night.